Booyah! Welcome back to Paper Mario, everybody. Now we're going to rummage through this whole ass mansion and try to find some new stuff.
So you said there was a riddle we had to solve?
Yeah.
Here's a riddle. Alakazam, Alakazam, I curse you away from this mortal plane.
That's not a riddle, that's a curse.
Wait, isn't it the riddle of steel?
No.
Oh, wait, that's a Conan thing. Ah, this is the best.
Thousand Year Door did this as well.
Yeah.
Thousand Year Door did this and Mario RPG.
This is the best.
Oh, wait a
I
minute.
think
Except-
in Booster's Tower, I think it did this as well.
Okay.
And it's still incorrect coloring, but
Yeah, no, because I wish we could rewind it, but like Mario's overalls were red.
Yeah.
Mario's overalls
Those
were
were
red,
red.
but his shirt was
Was
blue.
blue. It should
In
be
the
brown.
OG,
It
it
needs to be
should be
brown.
like a brown, greenish
like a brown
sort of.
stain
Yeah.
color. 'Cause he's a plumber.
Yeah.
Plumbers do what.
Yeah, but look at it, Nintendo pandering to the classics. Can they do anything original anymore?
Oh my god! Let it go, guys.
Anyway, see
do
for
other
the,
stuff.
Anyway, see for the Switch 2 release, jerk. You're gonna buy it anyway, you fucker.
This week. So basically, the riddle is that there were 3 portraits we saw down there.
Right.
One of them is missing his face.
Okay.
We got to find his face.
I want to make a vodka, right?
Yeah.
And I want it to be in a bottle that's shaped like one of these guys, and the brand's just going to be called Booze.
Oh, that hat.
That sounds more like a
that hat would have been a dime. This series is 40 years old. This actually, 1985.
Woo!
Super Mario Brothers turns 40 this year.
All right.
shit.
So you know what that means? 2 weeks of Mario 40
Yeah, there we
on
go.
the NSO
Oh yeah.
before they remove it
Limited
forever.
release. Actually, hold on. Let me get the exact date on that. I want to say October is when it turns 40.
It's so weird.
Normally
'cause,
they
like,
do a whole year though. Normally it's like the year.
But this
of.
is also the year of the Switch 2, and that's what they're putting all their.
Yeah,
eggs
that's
in that
true.
basket.
But it's like so weird that because Mario 30 was a lot of fun when we played it.
the 35.
The 35,
Mario
yeah,
35.
it was a lot of fun.
There's a lot of. I'm gonna land on probably the unpopular side. here.
Real quick,
Go ahead.
Mario Brothers was September in Japan, October here.
Okay. Of 85.
Yeah. Oh, it's funny. Fucking Europe didn't get it until 87.
God damn.
Mario Brothers? What's there to localize? Anyway, go
They
ahead.
gotta put all the U's in
What
it.
were you going to say,
He
Uncle?
was an electrician and they had to change it to
What
electrician.
were you going to say, Uncle?
Well, I don't remember.
Oh, fuck.
So this here is
So
basically.
you say you're gonna talk about a bad opinion on Mario 35?
Oh,
Before you get to that
yeah, go
bad
ahead.
opinion, real quick. You're basically going to want to make a jam here real quick with the record we got before.
Yeah.
You'll need that to get the weight here. So basically, you got to bait him away from it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now launch your bad take.
Mario 35, like, yes, I think it should have just stayed up. I think it should have been there. I think maybe they should have given it some support. Everybody's thinking about Tetris. They're thinking about Tetris 99, and it's got a bunch of support. It was really played. But Pac-Man 99 was there forever. At some point, it gets boring. People just don't want to play it anymore. They move on. People can cry about Mario 35. I feel like after a year, most people wouldn't have been playing it anymore.
It's not a good argument, though.
Yeah,
Because
good argument.
I think
You
it's
still
still
want it
great.
to happen.
Like,
No,
it should
because-
still be accessible to
because
see it.
Tetris is the exception because you like it.
I think Tetris is the exception because it's the one that stayed the longest.
Yeah.
If I go on to play it right now,
Yeah.
I get 98 other players that are not CPU.
Yeah.
Pac-Man, 2 months later, I was getting all CPU players.
Okay.
Like nobody was really playing.
I would
it.
argue, though.
and I wonder if Mario 35 would be the same thing.
I would argue you still have all
You'll
those.
never get that chest.
Not that there's. Not that I'm saying that every 99 every game shares the same base.
Yeah.
But I'd argue the reason why there's still people who play Tetris 99 is because Mario 35 is not there anymore, and it's because Pac-Man is not there anymore, or not Pac-Man, but you know, you know what I mean.
I don't know. I don't-
Their options. They're limited in options of what they can play in those kind of games.
Yeah.
Because
I don't know. I
can't speak for Pac-Man. Honestly, I fucking forgot there was a Pac-Man 99.
Yeah.
Fun.
But there was a Mario 35, and I fucking loved that game.
Yeah, it
and
was
took it away
awesome.
from me.
It was awesome. And here's what I will say, that even to counteract what I said, people are still playing F-Zero.
Yes.
So
I forgot about the
there's
F-Zero
still
one.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's kind of bad.
Go ahead, man.
So this is now there's a fun little trivia. I believe the green shoes are a reference to the curse of the green shoes, where basically it's an Irish curse. If you get stuck in those shoes, you are dancing for the rest of your life until you die or until you can somehow get the shoes off.
Oh, I figured it was just a Karibo joke.
No, I'm saying like it's just like a little reference. It could also be the
Yeah.
Karibo shoe
I-
reference.
yeah,
so-
I always, when I think of a green shoe in the context of Mario, I always think of Karibo
I
shoe.
think of the Karibo.
Now, was a
shoe.
Karibo shoe or was a Karibo's boot?
Karibo shoe.
I think it was shoe.
Yeah, it was
I think it
the
was
shoe.
actually a boot, but it was a shoe. It was called Karibo
Was
shoe.
that a boot?
You got me? Now, that's going to be a bit of an obnoxious thing. So basically, the gist of it is you're going to do a butt stomp and look for those panels. Whenever you get near it, you find it, boom, star piece. Now, the smart thing you're supposed to do is you complete a side quest or two.
Yeah.
And you eventually get like a special, you essentially get the,
A radar?
a badge that, gives you a clue when you're near one.
Okay.
I just cheat and use the internet. Because I got
And
shit
yeah,
to do.
I was gonna say, because like when I was getting into editing these parts, because later down this, not in this part, but I think the part after this, we're gonna do some star piece cleanup, and without really knowing what to do in regards to finding them, it looks like Matt just happens to fucking know where these damn pieces are, because they're hidden in the ground. Like there's no indication of like there's a star piece there unless you just know the ground down there and that sort of shit. So it's like, is there something that's supposed to tell you that sort of thing?
Yeah, there's like a badge.
There's
Yeah.
a badge thing, and then so in this game you have to do the ground pound to flip the star pieces.
Or you
over.
can smack the hammer as well.
That's what I was wondering. I
yeah.
didn't remember if you could do that in both of them,
Yeah.
or if it was this 1,000-year door that was like. No,
I
you can
think
use
it's
the
honestly
hammer.
just 1,000-year door because I tried it here and I didn't get
I don't
anything.
think you can use the hammer in this one.
The only thing is that, and this is just a me thing, for some reason in the NSO version, I have a harder time like getting to triggering the second jumps. So I end up just doing short hops out of nowhere like a dope.
Okay.
It's because you're not using the N64 controller from the NSO.
Maybe Elliot.
Was
but
that official, or was that
That's
like
official.
was that third party?
No, it's
No,
official.
that was one of the ones that they sold.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's just that as one they sold.
That's why every time we do a SmackDown Sunday in N64, I call that controller. Because
By
one, it's mine. Two, I just really like the controller.
And by the way, since I know higher ups from Nintendo watch this channel because they view it all the time.
Yeah.
Listen, can listen? I know you're gonna laugh. Can we get the Virtual Boy controller?
No.
That's a good.
To say I would literally suck dick.
That's a-
for
that's a
controller.
good- that's a
I'm not
good
gonna say
controller.
whose dick.
Yeah,
I'll suck a cock or two.
that's a good controller. I just had some chicken.
I'm not sucking dick for a controller.
All right,
Let's
Matt.
see.
I was like, you just haven't had the right dick yet.
All right, Matt. Go.
No, the right dick comes at a good price, like $50 million or something.
Nah, they're overcharged. You're way overcharged. You got scammed.
I don't need $50 million to be stuff for life. You just give me a cool million, and I'll be good for the rest of my life.
Nah, you give me 50. I spend $1 million. I'll spend $1 million
it's
on the
good
mouthwash.
it's good that you know exactly what you want, but it's also as if I like to set. I'm more likely to get my $1 million dick suck if I keep it to $1 million rather than just asking for 50.
Yeah, because you don't want to be looked at stingy.
At the same time, once you do get that 50 million dick suck, at least you know you're good for it.
Yeah,
That sort of shit,
you mean $50
know?
million off it? Spend $1 million on mouthwash.
Yeah.
Spend $1 million on mouthwash and have a comfortable life afterwards.
Literally, just give me $1 million. Let me pay off everything I need to do. Then I'm buying all the magic cards I need.
That's what you waste your $1 million on.
Not
There was a comedian or something. It was like a show or something, and the guy's like, "Listen, if they offered you, if Shaq offered you $10 million, and before he could say anything, the guy's like, I'm sucking it." He's like, "Whoa, wait, whoa."
I didn't even get to hear it yet. I don't care.
it's sucking it.
Yeah.
10 back shots all over.
I don't know. If we're talking about Shaq, he broke the backboard a lot.
He did, yes.
Yeah, so
I don't want my spine
You think
shattered.
if you were to
yeah.
get a facial from Shaq, he's gonna miss because he's not good at free throwing?
Free throwing, not free shotting.
we're talking
Free
about
shooting is also well, free
Wait,
throwing
right.
is kind of free shooting. when you
we're,
think about it.
we're talking about like a skincare, like a facial skincare thing.
Yes,
right?
we're- so, yeah,
When
we're
you
talking
say
about
facial.
Yes,
where-
we are.
yeah,
Yeah.
if Shaq
Yes, that's
gave me a
exactly-
you
skincare,
fucking-
That is exactly what
all
we're
right.
talking about.
I want to
Yeah,
make
no,
sure.
it's the new indie game exfoliating with Shaq.
Yeah.
What the fuck is the last minute of this?
I have no idea. I didn't think the game was that boring.
Oh shit! And this is not even the
Oh, this
cleanup.
is you
This is
hopping.
not even the cleanup part.
This is me failing to get the fucking butt stomp going.
yeah, like that. You really do seem to be struggling with that. It's interesting.
Yeah, wait till I have to do the tornadoes thing. Even Bombette was the
yeah, I was
panicking.
gonna say, what was up with Bombette? Like, Jesus Christ.
I don't know if that would work actually.
What do you mean?
Getting
He
a
said
facial?
blow it up with Bombette.
Maybe
I don't
you
think
could.
that'll work on the boxes.
Well, not just a bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like bombs explode.
And if he tried to blow up that chest right now, would it work?
No.
No, because it has a lock on it. Stupid.
Yeah,
You'll
that's
never
why.
get. Now I've brain fart on where one of the pieces are here immediately because I'm thinking of a wrong room.
This is the wrong room.
Thank you, Omega. No, that was Gamma.
That's Gamma, yeah.
Dummy.
Gamma charge.
E0.
I'm Gamma bad.
E001 dummy.
E001 is the prototype.
No, E00 dash. It doesn't get a number because of how dumb.
Just because how dumb. It's not even how dumb is he. Just dumb.
I said what I said.
Well,
How many star pieces are there total? in
Too
this
many.
game? I mean, that's the genuine answer.
Yeah, it really
but,
kind of is.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things where they sort of like overwhelm you with them just because you're not
So
going to
you
find
can
them
pick
all.
up which ones that are along
Yeah.
your route so instead of going after all of them. But I got
And you only need
I'm
them
going
for the
after
what's it called anyway.
almost all
almost
of
for
them.
that vendor.
Which ones do you not get?
I mean, it's more of a I get them along the way, but I don't go out of my way to go hunting down Chuck Quizmo's star pieces.
Yeah.
But anything other than that, why not?
We do show up Chuck Quizmo a couple of times later, though.
Oh, Quizmo.
Yeah,
Oh.
Quizmo. Yeah.
Yeah.
This-
Not the sandwich.
I was gonna say I thought you were talking about Quiznos.
Chuck Quiznos.
My store fell on hard times after Subway discovered how an oven works.
Oh, shit. They learned how to turn it on.
Man, Quiznos should have stayed longer. They didn't have a Jared situation.
So this is our new character.
The ghost?
The
Yeah.
ghost. Yeah, her name
Bootler. No, not
No,
Bootler.
not
idiot.
Butler, no.
Lady Bo.
He was so excited. He was getting ready to go in. I was like, nope.
Now here's the rub with this dungeon. Unlike the other dungeons where we have to beat the boss to get the star piece, they got the star guardian.
Yes, they do.
But to get him out, we gotta scratch the booze back. Mind you, he is a one-dimensional playing card. He
Yes,
can
he
slip
can.
right through the bars.
Turn sideways.
I like to think he's being very gentle, and he's like, "Hey, you know what? That Bubba guy's a shithead. Why
Maybe
don't
he
you take him
doesn't
off
want
my
to.
toe?"
Maybe he doesn't want to start a shitstorm.
See,
you
like-
know?
what was that game with the It was like the rotating thing, and you got to move it through. It was like kudu in. It was like a rotating. I don't know what I don't know if it was like a stick.
Blast chamber?
It wasn't irritating stick. No, it was called. I think it was
Oh,
called
the
kudu
Game Boy game.
in. Yeah. And it's like it's spinning around like sort of like the
Yeah.
card, but you have to move it through the hallway based on how it's spinning.
Interesting.
I forgot the name of it, but I know exactly
I
what
think
you're talking
it's
about.
I think it's kudu in.
I will never pronounce that right.
Shit, hold
It's
on.
on NSO.
Hold on, I'm checking.
Anyway,
Yeah,
now
it's
that we
on
got
NSO.
Bo, one thing important to know about Bo, she will always hit for 1 damage until you get the fan. Her thing is she will rack up the damage if you fight enemies with no defense points.
Yeah, if
you
they
fight
can
an enemy
guard-
with any defense points whatsoever, she is as helpful as a dictionary with no definition.
Yeah, it's a bunch of one. Yeah, it's
least
a
the
bunch of
words are
1
still
point
there.
hits. Isn't that just a thesaurus?
But yeah, it's called Kudu.
Kudu. Yeah, that's it.
Now I realize I got access to this manor, so what I'm going to do is some optional side quests.
There's all manner of ghosts here.
Hey, John, you still happen to have that?
What?
The optional side quest thing we have for Tales of
Oh,
Symphonia?
from long ago. Actually, no. We first debuted that in Final Fantasy IV.
I thought we did that in Onimusha.
We did that in optional side quest.
Yeah.
Oh
Now,
wait,
here-
either way, a very long time ago. You know, during the age of where we used to make fucking Tim Taylor jokes all the
Yeah.
time.
Now, here was something I didn't know. I thought he was after all the events of the Bose Manor. Nope. You leave, it's round 3.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What the hell is he doing here?
He's just chasing Mario like a dipshit.
Parasocial relationship.
Yep.
Did they
More
ever
power?
Did they ever do anything with him later?
No.
in other
I
games.
think he's only
you
here.
just never see him again.
never
Like
see him
I
again.
think he's just
in
here.
any other game
Like
ever.
this. Yeah, this is your Gilgamesh. Like this is your Ultros of this game.
But at
It's
least
just this-
Ultros
Fun
came
fact.
back. Like they use them for other
Status
things.
magics work on bosses, too.
I'm talking more about in the context of the game itself. You know,
Yeah.
Ultros was essentially the continuation of the Gilgamesh gimmick from 5.
Yeah.
the reoccurring boss. And for some in this game, it's just
Let's try getting some sleep.
It's just this
Oh,
kid
good night.
who has tapped into who fucking carved out a pentagram on the floor at some point or another to achieve more power, and now he has bat wings.
But that's what I mean. Like it's but Gilgamesh has been in other games, and that gag
but-
has been
but-
used with Gilgamesh in other games. I'm wondering if this
Yeah.
character has ever been used in any other game. Like they never did anything with him outside of Paper Mario 64.
But that's why it's I mentioned a reference specifically just because of the reoccurring boss.
Oh,
gag
yeah,
within
yeah.
the context of the singular game. You know, because those are who I immediately think of when I think of a guy that you just fight repeatedly throughout the game because they won't leave you the fuck alone.
The Stalker.
Yeah, the stalker, exactly.
Zaptap again pays out dividends. Because this fucker happens to have 1 defense point, meaning that some of my units just can't even do shit. And because he's flying, I'm also limited on my options too. I had a bit of a panic attack on Shell Shot here because I was like, oh, wait, I shrunk him. Which my reticles are a hell of a lot smaller.
Hell yeah, he's smaller. Oh no, he's smaller.
That was for his benefit.
So this is why Reduce is the best shield in Gradius.
See, like,
Absolutely.
See, he's that small. All you gotta do is just.
Yeah.
You would think to
Like
swallow
a
him like a
fucking
gnat.
gnat.
Or just eat him. Put him in your mouth, swallow him, and shit him out later.
fuck?
And it still does 1 damage.
The fuck's wrong with you?
He does 1 damage on the way out.
We're literally just talking about Shaq back shots like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And sucking dick for 50 million. But you draw the line of eating an egg?
And by the way,
A child in the egg.
thank you for
Oh, I don't know. I don't want to get rude awakening what eggs are.
and thank you for bringing it back. I forgot to say Shaq shots.
Why is it that when humans get an abortion, it's bad, but when a chicken does it, it's an omelet?
See, what you do is you shrink him. You put him in a drink, right? And then you drink him.
Did he do 5 damage though with that
So-
bomb?
Yeah.
So
he
then
does
hits
hit
you, yeah.
harder.
He does hit hard, yeah.
No, it's only because it seems like he hits hard. He would actually be more on par for the boss battle if I went to him after everything at Ghastly Gulch.
Yeah.
I came to this dude as soon as here. I was like, "Am I about to get fucked?" But thankfully, Shrink and Sleep work on him.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm missing Time Tits.
Yeah. But you also did guard there for a second. Does this game have the perfect guard?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, perfect guard.
If you block an attack on the precise frame
like the
itself,
one
it does
frame.
no damage.
No, actually, I don't think
No,
so.
I don't think so.
Okay, so but Thousand Year Door had that.
Oh, you said timed hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in other words,
I heard time tits.
I heard that too.
Yeah, I heard time tits.
Time Tits.
What's wrong with time tits?
Yeah, you got something against
Oh,
tits?
watch out. Those time
It's either
tits.
you have a limited.
They're always pointing at 12.
Like it's either
Those are coat hanger tits.
it's either you have a limited time with the tits, or
What's happening?
no, I had a
thought, and
I had a
it
second
went
point.
out.
and-
I was asking that 10 minutes ago.
Ellie had a thought,
I had
and
a second point and it's gone.
Because you were thinking about the booba.
What makes this fucked up for me? I was like, oh shit, wait, I went the right way backward. So I tried to get out of here quicker, and I didn't.
Did you open up the way back?
Yeah.
Can't you do that yet? Okay.
Does he?
Oh, no, I'm
he
going to
does
do that
so
now.
that he can. Yeah, because
Except I keep taking the correct passageways. So instead of like going out the fast way, I keep going out toward the fucking long way. I'm like, guys, just teleport me out of here, please.
I'm at my fucking limit.
says every character when they achieve a limit break.
There we go.
Oh, how'd you do that?
Like he just is fucking like happy to get out of the damn forest.
Well, the force is scaring the shit out of the poor kid.
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
Well, next time I'll make a pact with the fucking devil.
Yeah.
It's scary. Scary forest.
I thought there'd be something up there.
That tree was like, ow, what the fuck?
Oh, there's some
Dick.
there's some bugs in there like ticks. I don't like ticks.
Oh,
I don't know why. I don't know why I'm
ticks suck,
thinking.
though, to be fair.
I don't know why I'm
They
thinking
do.
Shin Makupa Tensei. I don't know why I'm thinking that.
That's good though. I like that.
Shin Makupa
Yeah.
Tensei.
Shit, Megami Toadstool.
Nah, I'm sleepy.
See, I always like
Nobody
that
bats an eye
right
to the
there.
ghost either.
The little slip into the bed is always
Yeah.
my favorite bit from this.
I like how nobody bats an eye to the ghost.
There needs to be. There's
Yeah. If they don't believe in
Oh,
ghosts, they don't see it.
No, because this isn't the town that the ghosts were attacking.
Yeah.
Doubled it. Paradoxically enough, I don't rely on it that much, but it does help.
What
This
does
is something I
double
was
dip do?
double dip gets you to use 2 items at one turn.
Okay.
Now the thing is, I bought First Strike because I was thinking, you know what? I'm getting tired. Maybe this would help out on the editing front. So let me try to equip this and like kill the weaker enemies when they show up.
Yeah.
That doesn't come up for me as much as I'd like. So
It's still too. You're still too like level with where you are
Yeah.
strength wise. That's like the backtracking.
Yeah.
Thing.
But like when Matt revisits the desert later. For the
Yeah,
sun
like
games
that's
and
the
shit.
backtracking
Yeah.
badge.
Now, a question for a double dip then. You said it lets you use 2 items instead of 1. Do you consume 2 items?
yes.
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
do you just get a freebie?
No,
use
it
two
lets
items.
you.
You still use
You can
2.
consume 2.
Okay.
Or throw 2, depending on what item you use.
Okay, I thought it'd be like because that was actually one of my favorite things. Like it was random, granted. In Mario RPG, is sometimes you use an item and you get a freebie. You just
Yeah.
You just get another one.
like, see, I'm kind of like thinking about the Stick of Truth, where it's your turn, but you can still use an item.
Yeah.
And then
That's
it's
one
still
loud
your
outtake.
turn, and you can still like.
Yeah, it's like that's what's just
Yeah.
when you fuck up a line, you don't say just blooper. It just kind of ruins the fun.
I believe this one is the super blooper. Oh, no, the electro blooper. Basically, this guy here will occasionally electrocute himself like I have, and thus, I can't really hit him
he has
normally.
his own zap tap.
Intermittently.
I thought he just listened to electro music.
The ink always fucking catches me off guard.
That's always my
Mario's
favorite.
face afterwards.
His
It's like,
sprite
I
when
don't
that
even want to
happens
begin
is the
dissecting that.
best. What was that? Was that?
Oh, no, he's normal.
No.
Hey, just a normal blooper.
No, he's an outtake.
He looks like he's about to pass something. But nope,
I
it's
thought
just
his,
electric.
I thought his curse was kicking in.
So now that he's nice full of the mighty zaps,
Shoot him.
You can. Yeah, it's like you cannot physically touch him now. Can you still hammer them, or do you
You
just
can
not?
throw the hammer if you use the hammer.
Yeah, if
throw
you
back.
throw
So
it.
nobody.
throw the fucking hammer? It's like,
Yeah.
fuck you.
Yeah, actually, there is-
they need to be on the ground for you to hit them with the hammer.
Okay.
But you can use the hammer throw back
Yeah.
to circumvent
Well,
that.
that's good.
Except who the fuck does that? I thought sleep would work. Sleep did not work.
This guy's flying.
They got
It's like,
gigantic.
yeah, it's like you cannot possibly miss.
You'd be surprised how fast I can beat something badly. Now since he's busy with that, I figure fuck it, I'll take 5, and let power carry get another shot in.
Fucking Mario Party.
Mario Party 5, yeah. They just blew up the GIF in Photoshop. Oh, I'm about to ink.
Nah, it just
No, that's just a stomp attack.
drill claw.
Which, like, we're actually, like, Marvel Legends, the toy line,
Yeah.
announced we're getting, like, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, like, inspired, like, figures.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
You didn't see that? Yeah, it's
No, I did
awesome.
not.
They look really cool.
And they're very posable.
Yeah.
There's one with the with Silver Samurai. It's
Yeah.
the scene in the I think it's the attract mode where he's throwing the big red star.
Yeah.
Like it's they have them posed like that.
Oh, I'll take a look at
Yeah,
that.
they're very cool looking.
And, it's supposed to be Gigantos, but, like, I only look at it as, like, it's Shumagorath. But, like, it's a mega figure where, like, all the tentacles are posable. The eyelid is articulated. It's really cool. We also
You
got
think he'd learn the first time?
a really cool Psylocke looking figure coming out of it too.
That's what I got to see.
for research.
Take a look at
Please
that
understand.
research.
You know, for
no,
research, and to eventually jerk off.
Yeah.
That's research.
It's like,
How many strokes
That's
would it
just
take me
saying
to
research
bust my-
twice.
Psylocke into the jar.
With my Emma Frost.
Christ.
I don't want to open the jar that says Emma Frosting.
Yeah, that right.
I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Actually, no, I'm not.
I think Ollie just there.
You are so fucking fickle. You'll say some of the most cursed shit, and then when it's thrown back at you, it's like, gross.
It's the image of it.
I
Throwing
was
it back
for a
at him.
minute. Tongue jar.
You threw the jar back at him.
Now this gets us 3 pipes, which I'm happy to have because they're all teleports. One
so-
for 2. We'll find out next time.
3 pipes. One for weed, one for meth, one for crack.
But they don't actually get us anywhere. They're just
But
drugs.
But it's the Duff problem where it's 3 pipes are all connected. It's just all connected to one.
Hey, it's all fent.
There you go.
And as another weekend wraps up, let's give some special thanks to more patrons. So shout outs to Jared, Dominic Hunter, Loco Roder, Demos Pitas, Rube, Elijah Boggs, Commissar Luigi, Supersonic 28, Foxalicious, QNU 1997, Rush Art, and finally for today, Aaron S. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll catch you guys next weekend with more Paper Mario. And remember, though Pride Month is over, July is Gay Wrath Month. Do not go silently into the night. Have a good night, everybody. See you next time.